Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I just sat down, played with loads of new products and products that I've repurchased or products that I haven't used in a long time, and I've kind of just stocked up on them and really wanted to use them in a video. I sat down, talked everything wedding, all of the stresses that I've got going on at the moment. So if you have any advice on weddings or things like that and you watch this video, then please leave me a comment below on ways to deal with stresses about weddings, because they are stressful. I feel like we're coming out the other side of it now. It's just we were having big issues with our venue and the food and stuff. So I think everything is going to plan now, and yeah, I am much happier. I feel much better about the whole wedding. So let me know how your wedding planning went, how you dealt with any stresses, what stresses you had. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to know. I'd love to kind of have a chat all things wedding. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Okay, so I've got some new goodies to try. So I picked up some of the tart shaped tape. I got 3 colours. I got light, fair and light medium. So light medium is more, I would say it's more pink toned, and then fair is just kind of the neutral, like a neutral concealer shade, and then you have a slightly more tan shade, which is light medium. So for all of my tanned honeys, that's a really good one for you. I got them from, where did I get them from? God, my mind's gone blank. I got them from QVC because I didn't think that Tarte shipped to in the UK, and they actually do. So I actually spent more money getting them from QVC, so don't do that. But they did each come with a beauty sponge, and these are really, really nice, like really nice. So I'm going to be using those today. Another couple of things that I picked up was I restocked on, let's get it, maybe we should just do like a full face of first impressions of, or full face of new makeup, something like that, because I have used some of these before. So this is my all-nighter setting spray. If you don't have this, you need it. Like, your makeup does not budge with this stuff. And then I also got some, oh, well done, Jode. Got some, look a bit dirty already, but I got some of the Ordinary foundations. So I thought I could use like a darker one to cream contour. I've got some darker shades. To like cream, maybe cream contour, and then I've got some lighter shades to kind of mix together for my clients and then kind of get my skin colour as well. And I also have 2 other things that I've been loving. These Revlon cream eyeshadows. They are really pretty. Let me show you. So this is the colour. Let's get the swatch on there for you guys. So this one, nice, huh? Is in the colour 710 Caramel. And then I do have another colour. So you can wear these on their own, or you can wear them underneath, like underneath a shadow to make it pop even more. So that's the other one. Oh, focus, girl, come on. Anyway, it's just like a champagne-y kind of colour. So I'm going to use some of those. Going to see where this goes. I haven't really got a plan. Have I ever got a plan? I was going to put some of the Nivea moisturiser on. Have I ever got a plan? No. Actually, I'm not that bad. I've been diving into wedding planning. So everything was like not really going to plan. I was having loads of issues with my venue. But I pretty much think that it's all sorted now. And I'm much happier. But I was in this massive rut where I just didn't want to plan my wedding. I didn't want to carry on. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And a big part of that was, if you're planning a wedding, and obviously I'm part of weddings, is to make sure that you know the supplies that you're using and you have a good understanding with each other. Because I just feel like with our venue there was lots of hidden costs. Although they were in our terms and conditions, they should have said, right, you need to pay this amount of money for this and this amount of money for that, just to make you aware. Because I felt like they came up like 3 months before our wedding. And it was a bit of a shock, to say the least, for us. But I do think we're back on track now. I'm now enjoying the decorating side of things, and it's going to be beautiful. It's coming together and I'm really happy. But planning weddings are stressful. Like, I am a wedding hair and makeup artist, as you guys know. So for me, I'm the one that has to take that stress away. I'm just taking some of the LA brow pomade in soft brown. I am one of the people, when I do hair and makeup, or just your makeup or just your hair, I am one of the people that has to de-stress you on your wedding day. And it's my job to make sure that you are on time, that your hair and makeup and you are ready on time. I don't ever feel the pressure. I have a great team of assistants. I have one assistant who's incredible, and like we work so well as a team, and I know that you're never going to be late for your wedding and stuff like that. But in terms of other suppliers, I've got an incredible photographer, I've got an incredible florist, and I'm lucky that I get to work with these people. But I can't stress enough that when there's one person that you don't quite gel with, that it can ruin your wedding. So my advice is get to know your suppliers. If you have a really good relationship with your suppliers, you will be able to ask them anything, it will run smoothly, and you'll have a really honest and open relationship. But I just felt that my venue, I'm not going to tell you who my venue are. You'll probably find out if you follow me on, you know, Instagram and stuff. We didn't have enough money. We all of a sudden had this budget and it wasn't enough. And yeah, we are to blame also. But all I'm saying is really kind of have a good relationship with your suppliers, because, and make sure you're asking when you go to a venue if there's any hidden costs or anything that you need to understand or know about, because we have to pay £500 for our venue's lights to be on. And it's not, when we looked into the, you know, when I did the terms and conditions, it was like furniture, blah blah blah, lighting. But I just thought that it was if we wanted to hire like the lighting or find someone of our own. But it's £500 to even have the lights. Well, because it's a boarding school, you can't have the lights on because they're too bright lights. So you would have an electrician come in and put all the lights on. But £500 for an electrician to put lights on is a lot of money. So yeah, my advice is to ask if there's any hidden costs, what the venue includes, and not to get so overexcited about a venue, because later down the line it could just not work in your favour. But I was never going to let go of my venue. It is the most beautiful venue and the most practical venue for where we live. For everybody to kind of get home and stuff. So yeah, I would never change venue, and I think we're all on the other side. So now I'm back to really enjoying planning the wedding, and I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be amazing. So I'm just taking some of that tart shape tape across the lid and just carved out my eyelashes. Now I'm just taking a blending brush and I'm just blending out the edges. Again, I'm going to do like a really simple look. I just really want to try out these new products, especially trying them out all together to see whether they go well together or not. I'm sorry if you can hear lots of banging. My partner's just come back and he is taking out the old bath of our bathroom, so that's what those noises are. I could just stop, but your girl doesn't want to get creasy eyelids or dry, or let the concealer dry too much. Priorities, guys, priorities. If you live in my area though, I have found, so I also had another little thing where I changed the style. Also, the other thing that I topped up on was my Laura Mercier. I haven't used it for the longest time. So another thing that I had decorations and stuff, and with because the wedding is going to be now more expensive than I thought. We're having to save up extra money and stuff, which is fine. It's really good to have targets and realise that you can actually save a lot of money. But I had to sacrifice. Currently I've sacrificed a videographer. We can't afford a videographer now. But I might just see where we are at the like closer to the time. But I've had to sacrifice a lot of things, and decorations was one of them. And then I suddenly changed the theme of my wedding. I wanted it to be very different. I wanted to have French winery kind of style. And I found this amazing woman. I basically wanted some barrels with flowers and stuff all inside when people arrive, with a big welcome sign. And I found this woman, I put it on like the local groups online, and this woman called Heather Anna Rose has the most amazing stuff. And I messaged her. She had availability, and she is doing my, just going to decide. Oops. She's got barrels, she's got like flower wall, she's got blossom trees, like so many things that you can imagine. I'm just taking the Morphe 350 Natural Glow palette. I'm just taking some of the lighter shades just in my crease. So she has been amazing. We've been chatting all night, and I just have just the loveliest vibe about her. And she's just really interested in your wedding, and you know, where did you get your dress, or are you getting married? And she was having a look at my venue, and she was just lovely. So I have finally, she said, what's your budget? And I said, I only have a smallish kind of budget. And she said, that's fine. So yeah, she's done, yeah, I think what we're going to do is just incredible. What she's going to do is incredible. So I've ordered these barrels with flowers in. I've got 2. And then I have a mantelpiece in, I have a mantelpiece at the back. So we get married in the church, which is on site. And then we're getting married in a boarding school with the church on site. And then it has the main hall is where we are having our sit down meal, and then behind us, so I've got 6 round tables and then a long table which has got us on it, which has a mantelpiece behind it. So I said to her, I'll leave her information below, but I said I would love for her to decorate the mantelpiece within my budget, and she was like, yes, absolutely, I can do that. I'm just going to take one darker shade on a matte fluffy brush. I can't remember what this is called because the numbers come off. She was like, yeah, of course, no worries, this is, you know, what I can do for your budget. And I was like, oh my god, amazing, please go ahead. So I said she can have complete free reign of the mantelpiece, just because I have every faith in her. I have every little bit of faith in her. I think she's amazing. So yeah, it's all coming together. But like I said, just make sure that you have a really good relationship with your suppliers. Ask lots of questions. This is the first and last time I'm going to get married. Fingers crossed. So I want to make it count. I want to make it a day to remember. I don't want to have to... I don't want to look back and be like, oh, I missed that, or I didn't do that because, you know, the venue didn't say anything, or because they're supposed to help you plan. This is what we do day in and day out. I do the makeup and hair side of stuff, but other suppliers should, like the venue, should be making sure that you understand everything, that you know what's going on, you know what you have to pay for, and everything is in black and white, not as a surprise 3 months before the wedding. I'm just going to take a browner shade, like a chocolate brown, just on the outer corner. I just feel like I want to make sure that every experience for brides is beautiful, and I don't go through something like a shock horror of $3 extra on their bill at the last minute and be like, oh my god, I can't afford to get married, because that's the situation we were in. Like, we're still already having to save more, which is fine because we just constantly saving and saving, but there shouldn't be that shock factor of 3 months before your wedding, you're sitting down with your venue guy or the venue and they're like, oh, by the way, £500 for lights, it's £3,500 for a hog roast. Like, we were like, what? Like, anyway, the menu said something different, and whether, you know, I read it wrong. I'm not saying he's to blame, because I obviously read the menu wrong. It says hog roast $9.95, 130 people. But that's evening food only. Well, I didn't know that. It doesn't say on the menu, so but actually it's not, it's £46 a head for a hog roast, which is usually the cheapest option for a venue. So I went into meltdown. I was trying to find other caterers, I was panicking, then I have to pay them £1,000 surcharge if I use other caterers, and yeah, we were kind of going back and forth, and then I was just not ignoring him, but I just didn't want to face it. I didn't want to plan the wedding, I just wanted to take a break. And he got hold of my quote from another company, and it was just really unprofessional. And I lost a lot of respect for the guy that runs the venue. So yeah, for me, I was just, you know, I wasn't very happy with the whole experience. So I don't want anyone else to go through that. I don't want anyone else to feel like that. We'll have to go through what we went through. But it is all sorted now. I'm going to do a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to take the peaches and cream pigment, like the sparkly, I can get you to, like, whoa. Don't worry, I'm getting my nails done tonight, so please ignore. So yeah, I just want it to be a magical time for any of you guys to be planning, and just to make sure that you're asking for any hidden, make sure that you just you ask them, is this all, like, is this everything? Obviously if you're doing it yourself, then, like, if the venue doesn't provide anything, you're doing it all yourself, then obviously you've got full control. But when you go to a venue that doesn't let you use outside caterers and stuff, you just need to make sure that there is no hidden costs, and that you are on track together from the beginning, because we just went on the same page. And yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pop on a bit of brown liner, and then I'm going to try and stick some lashes on. So yeah, now everything is going more magically. I'm really happy. I'm so in love with the venue, and I'm so in love with you know, where we can get ready in the venue and stuff, and you can't stay there. Hang on, let me just put some eyeliner on and I'll be right back. Sorry, I could not do that at the same time. So I'm going to try and stick some lashes on. I just picked these up from Salon Services, and they are the Mega Volume Never Flat Multi-Layered Tapered Tips Curl Technology lashes. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? That legit took me 10 minutes to put those on, like on top of eyelash extensions. I didn't think it would be so hard. Okay, let's do skin and come back to eyes later. So I already put on moisturiser, and I think I'm gonna take, okay, so I have these 3 samples of Clarins. So this is the Everlasting Foundation, and this is the Extra Firming Foundation. I'm gonna try Everlasting, but this might not be my colour, but let's see. Oh, it's thick. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh my god, that smells nice. It smells like fresh. Not like cucumber, but oh, it smells divine. These sponges are nice though. So in terms of wedding day foundation and makeup, I have not currently found what I'm going to use. One of my favourite foundations on my skin is the Urban Decay All Nighter, but I think it might be a little too full coverage and not I don't want it to be dewy at all. Like, I want it to really last all day. I'm getting married early, I'm getting married at 12, but I just haven't found the foundation yet. I really like the NARS creamy, no, NARS creamy, that's the concealer, the NARS all day luminous weightless, anyway, whatever that's called. I do really love that foundation, so that is obviously a contender. You never know what this is going to be like. This might be a contender. Yeah, I need to do some videos. So I'm thinking of doing a wedding makeup look series where I do like 4 different makeup looks using lots of different products, different finishes. So whether you're my voice, whether you're more of that full glam girl, whether you're that soft dewy girl, and then it gives me a really good thing to look back on in terms of what I'm going to do for my own wedding, because I am going to do my own makeup. There's no point in spending and having that expense when I can just do my own. The only thing with these sponges is they do suck up quite a bit of product, but I think that's just sponges in general. And I was watching, if you don't know who Jamie Genevieve is, you definitely need to check her out. I was watching her video and she was saying that she's going full glam on her wedding day, but that's just the type of makeup that she wears. Like, I feel like when I have like consultations with brides and stuff, I say to them, like, you know, do you wear full glam makeup? And so many of them are like, yes, I wear full glam. Well, then I always say you should go full glam on your wedding day. Like, it's your wedding day. If that's what people are used to, you shouldn't go backwards. I'm going to take some of the darker of the Ordinary foundation and use it to bronze my face. Like, don't step back from like the normal things that you do or the normal things that you wear, because people are going to go, oh, I thought she would do a bit more glam than that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you should stay within, you know, your kind of, like, you want to like you, but on a really good day. So if you don't wear a lot of makeup day to day, then don't start going like super full glam to shock everybody. And the amount of bookings that I've had where people have, or the amount of trials that I've had where people are like, oh yeah, I want to go super full glam, this is the only time I've ever had my makeup done. Don't do it, because you won't book that makeup artist. I've been there. I've done somebody super full glam and they've not booked me, but that's because they went too glam and they just didn't like it. It wasn't anything that I'd done in terms of my makeup skill. It was just the fact that she'd asked for full glam and it just was way too much for her. So now, this was back in the early days with my business, so now I'm a lot more comfortable saying no to brides, basically. So I'd love to hear if you guys have had any dramas planning your wedding, if there's been any issues, if you have any advice for me in the last kind of 3 months before I get married. I would love to know. I'm just going to bake my under eyes with the Laura Mercier powder, so I'm just wiping away any creases. I'm just taking some of the Makeup Forever Profusion bronzer. As always, this is always my fave, my holy grail. I am looking for new bronzers to try, so again, if you have any recommendations of that, then let me know below. But yeah, I'm hoping to have like a big tan, and that's another thing. Beauty treatments, skincare, and all of those things that you need to do to make yourself look, you know, flawless for your wedding day, you should be doing like way before your wedding. So a skincare routine gets, like, you notice the best benefits if you use it for 6 months. So if you get to like 2 weeks before your wedding and you're like, oh, better start some skincare, 3 months before your wedding or 2 months before your wedding is not the time. You want to be doing it sort of now. Okay, so I am going to pop on a little bit of blush. I am going to use the Hourglass palette, and I'm actually just going to mix all the shades together. And then I'm going to take my first layer of the Fix Plus. Actually, no, I'm going to do a bit of chiselling out my contour. So I'm going to take this flat contour brush. This is from Face Secrets. I actually picked this up from Sally's Salon Services and I really like it. So I'm just going to dip a tiny bit in. But it's just a really easy way to contour. I am liking this foundation so far. I look a bit powdery, but it's just because I need to spray. So I'm going to do my spray now. I am feeling like more nervous about the wedding now. I am it's getting real, things are starting to get together. I hope I haven't missed anything, and the one good thing about having a venue that does do everything is that if a mistake happens or something is missing, or you have not organised it yourself, like it's their fault basically. So say, I don't know, the cutlery doesn't turn up or the tables don't turn up or something, it is not down to you, you've not missed that out, it's the venue. Although it's upsetting and annoying, it's sometimes easier not to have that stress of trying to organise things yourself. And although I know lots of suppliers and lots of people, this is not something that I do every day, planning a wedding. I listen to what people say, I take on board tips, I steal a lot of tips. I'll tell you that now. I'm just going to take a bit of Fenty in Hustler Baby. I take on a lot of tips from people, but nothing prepares you to planning your own wedding, because you have a vision in your mind, and you've probably had that vision since you were really young, and I have even changed mine up until the last minute. So make sure you go with your gut instinct and don't settle for anything, because could you imagine, so my food bill would come in at like £8,500 or something like that, the food and like everything together. If I'd have laid over and was like, oh my god, like I can't afford it, but it's fine, we'll get the money somehow, if I'd have done that, I would have been so annoyed at myself, because my food bill is now 5. So miraculously my venue have been able to come down a lot in price and stuff. So go with your gut instinct. If you think something's too expensive, and I'm in the wedding industry, if you think something is, or if something's above your budget and you say, look, I really want it but we can't afford it, there's always room to especially on the big things like that. I'm not on about like hair and makeup and I don't know, renting chairs and tables and stuff, but with things like the venue and the food, there is always space to ask. And my mum always said to me, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I do sit in bed at night and think, would I do everything differently? And at the minute, yes, there are things that I would have done differently. I would have got a venue that I could have my caterers. I would have, that didn't charge me so much money for it and things like that. So yeah, there is things that I would have changed, but when I get to the wedding day and I'm having the most incredible time, will I have wanted to change anything? No. It's just the part and parcel of planning a wedding. It's stressful, and that's all there is to it. I'm just taking some of the dark brown on a little pencil brush and smoking out my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm just gonna do another little spritz, and then for lips, what should I do for lips? And then for lipstick, I think I'm gonna pop on a bit of Peach Stock by MAC. You guys know how much I love this. So I'll probably wear this lip colour on my wedding day, just because I feel like it just looks so nice on the lip. It's one of my favourite colours. It will always be one of my favourite colours. And I do prefer that peachy look to the lip. I'm not really that pink lipstick kind of girl. And I just feel like on my wedding day, this will be... I just know that this will... when I look back at photos, make me happy that I chose this colour. Need to get a new one though, desperately. Okay, I'm pretty much done. I really hope you liked that kind of chit chat, get ready with me. I was just kind of testing out new products and just wanted to sit down with you and talk all things kind of wedding, and maybe things will help you, maybe you have some advice for me. I yeah, it was stressful. Also, I have this other product, just before I go, called Glow by Katie Daly, the Signature Cosmetics. So the Signature Series makeup line that I want, the makeup series, they do lots of incredible makeup artists get together and do videos, and you can't, it's like a subscription. But I got this, let me try and spray it on my hand. I don't know if it will come. It's like glitter. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. Anyway, if I put on, anyway, it's really glittery. I'm going to pop some on, but I don't think that you will see it on. Oh, I'm not a fan of the smell. But it makes it, you all, I don't know if you can see it, like glittery. Anyway, you probably can't see it. I'm not a fan of the smell though. It's very talcum powdery, but not in a nice way. But anyway, I will still 100% use it. I think I'm going to glow my décolletage and everywhere. Oh wow, look at it. Oh, it's really nice. Like my décolletage, that's what it's called. God, I'm never any good at that. So yeah, I really do hope that this has been a little bit helpful. It's just been a relaxed kind of get ready with me. I'm only off to go and get my nails done, but I just really felt like sitting down, putting some makeup on and chatting to you and venting about all the stresses of my wedding, because I finally feel like I've come out the other side. And no matter how stressful, like, we have been able to save all this money in a short amount of time as well, like the added extra that we needed. So if you put your mind to it, like put your mind to something, you can really do it. And also, one of my biggest tips is, like, we eat takeaways like way too often. So because we both work so much and stuff like that, and now I'm working at Dane's Garage, and yeah, we have a lot going on. So now that I'm doing my Tesco click and collect shops, like, I know it sounds really silly, but just small things like that mean that I cook every day, and that there's something there there's something there to cook. And I've been using the slow cooker, so it's all ready when I get home. Like, just things like that, just being more wise with your money, especially if you've got a wedding coming up. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the makeup look. If you want to have any questions or you have any advice, leave it in the comments below. But I will see you in the next video. Bye!